Good morning. How are you today? Thanks for coming to my channel today. I may show this on both my channels in a video on RV Rebel Girls. I'm going to make a neat little breakfast or lunch or dinner that I saw on YouTube. I think it was YouTube. I saw on YouTube. I don't remember who it was, but it was by somebody else. I'm going to add a little variation to mine, but it's inexpensive and it's something the kids would probably like because it's made with hot dogs and it's keto. Yes, it's keto. If you're watching your carbs, I'm not sure which kind of keto you do, if you do non-processed and all natural, but it is keto because it is low carb and inexpensive because hot dogs are, although the prices have gone up, they're very inexpensive. I start off my morning with coffee. Gotta have my coffee. Okay, so it's not Forget About It Friday. Forget about it Friday. But it is, it is Forget About It Friday. Forget About It Friday. Yeah. Now let's get to it. So here we go. Okay, we're going to be using 1 egg. We're going to be using some Parmesan cheese that you'll sprinkle on it. Okay, and that's a raw egg because we're going to fry it. And then I'm going to be adding some onions to this ingredients because it didn't call for onions. And I'm going to be adding Tabasco because I like a little heat in my food. So all beef Vienna hot dogs. Those are my preference. You may like Nathan's, you may like Oscar Mayer, whatever kind you like. All beef. Okay, here we go. Vienna beef, all beef hot dogs, all beef franks, they call them, are 1 carb, and they're 6 grams of protein and 10 grams of fat. Okay, this is the Chicago hot dog that we like. There are others like Gene and Jude's, which are one of my favorite, but this is the favorite one that I can buy in a store. And then I had 3 slices of onions, 3 slices of onions from a small onion that I chopped up. I won't even use this many. We know onions have some carbs, but the amount of onions that I'm going to use in this recipe is very minimal. Okay, and then the Parmesan cheese, I have the public store brand, okay, and the public store gram. It says that it is 2 carbs because it's so processed, but that's 2 carbs for 1/4 of a cup. We're going to use maybe 1/8 of a cup. We're not going to use that much, so we're going to say 1 carb. So 1 carb for the cheese, 1 carb for the hot dog, and 0.6 carbs for the egg, the incredible edible egg. Yes. And the onions, I'd have to look it up. So I'm going to say that this meal might be 3 carbs. 3 carbs for a breakfast. Usually I allow myself 6 carbs to a meal on keto. And I'm going to have a non-stick frying pan. So what I've done is I have split the hot dog with a knife like this.
Hello, YouTubers, RV Rebel watchers.
Okay, I know that's silly. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to have that be open because we're going to place that in the frying pan and we're going to put our egg yolk in the middle. Now, it's better if you have a longer hot dog, but that's just all I had in the house. Okay, I started my frying pan. I cracked my egg in a bowl first. And I'm using this this little plastic thing that I had gotten. And it's basically for draining your vegetable cans. You put it on the top of the can and then you drain the water out of it, but I'm using it for my egg. I've used it before. Oh, here comes traffic. But time is of the essence here, so I'm not going to stop recording because of that. Because this is going to be hard. I have to hold this open. Hold it open. And pour. I did it! The egg yolk in there. Whew. And hope it doesn't break. Doesn't that look cute? Like I said, I like a little heat on mine. Huevos, eggs. And I'm gonna try to put a little bit of Tabasco on the top of the egg. I don't know if that's gonna work because it didn't call for that in the recipe. The onions are not gonna fit inside there, but I will put a little bit. They won't cook, but I'm gonna put a little onions on the side so that I can cook them on the side while this is cooking and blend them in. A little bit of Parmesan cheese, it showed, on the sides, but I'm just going to sprinkle it all along the top, kind of like that, and then I'm going to cover it up. There we go, so that the egg cooks, and we'll see how long it takes. Okay, we're back. It took about what, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Still have a few onions left, and I'm going to plate it up. I do have a few. I'm just going to take the loose ones, and there you have it. The egg yolk looks like it's still intact. That is all cooked, and let's see. It looks scrumptious, doesn't it? Ooh, look at that. It looks good. Oh, look at that. Wow. Open up. Here it comes. Choo, 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 choo. You can eat egg and hot dogs any time of the day. This is my breakfast. I love it. I think your kids will like this. Since I didn't have breakfast today, it's late in the it's already afternoon. For me, this is brunch. I ate the whole thing. I can believe I ate the whole thing. Okay, so I was hungry. I needed a snack. I went ahead and put a little bit of egg whites and a little bit of mozzarella cheese in a dish, and I mixed it all up. And then I decided to go ahead and get my chaffle maker out, and I was going to make me some kind of a chaffle, something. So I cut up some of my pepperoni. I like this Bridgeford pepperoni. It's my favorite. Sliced it up a little bit, and some fresh mozzarella cheese. Now this can get a little messy. Okay, so, oh, motorcycles in the background. Look at here. I put it on my chaffle maker. I didn't put a whole lot of the egg ingredients on there because I want them thin and I want them crispy. Put my little mozzarella cheese on top, and that's the messy part because when you lower the lid, it's gonna get sticky. So you gotta let it cook. Be patient. So while you're dressing it up and putting your toppings in there, that egg is cooking because your chaffle machine should be plugged in and hot. Now when you close that lid, there you go. Look at all that steam coming out. Yeah, it took a while because you got to get the cheese to cook before you try to lift the lid up. Here we go. Look at that. And they were so good and crispy. Yum. Okay, here we go. One more little recipe I tried, and it didn't turn out the way I really wanted it to, but here it goes. Okay, I hard-boiled 2 eggs because I wasn't going to waste a whole bunch of stuff. I stuck them in the refrigerator, and look how easy they peel. Boom. Click, click, boom, boom. It's over. Comes right off. Rinse the eggs off so we make sure we don't have any little pieces on there, and we're ready to roll. This dish looked really great when I saw it on this video a while ago, and I decided I was going to try it. So here we are. But not all of them turn out. But you know what? It actually tasted pretty good regardless. Wow, look at how easy this one came off. Nice. So then I took and I cut the eggs in half. Oh, FYI, I did tell you I was a nomad. If you're watching for the first time, I live full-time in my RV, so you probably hear my generator in the background because I am dry camping at a wildlife management facility in Florida. So I separated the yolks and I've stuck them in a little bowl on the side. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and mix the yolk portion of this before I do the white section, because we're going to fry these bad boys up, okay? And we're going to make it into a cool little thing. Just like if you're making deviled eggs, I added some real Hillman's mayonnaise, and I put some garlic salt in there. I'm mushing it all up and blended it into like an egg yolk salad. So when I make my egg salad, or when I make deviled eggs, I like pickles in mine and a little mustard. So I added a little mustard, and I use French's. That's my favorite. That's what I use on my hot dogs. And then I also added some chopped dill pickles. I had to cut them up. I don't like to buy pickle relish because there's other stuff in there. I just take the pickles, chop them up the way I like them, about 5 little pickle slices, because this is small, and then put that in there. Mix it up till it's nice and creamy. Add some pepper, garlic powder, and if you like heat, you can put a little bit of Tabasco in there. I'm a big fan of a little bit of heat in my huevos, in my eggs. I keep trying to clean up as I go along because I'm pretty messy and I don't have much room to work in, especially when I'm cooking in the house in my RV. It's easier outside, but I don't like the bugs. So it's all nice and creamy. And then what I did was I got me a little Ziploc baggie, and I put it all inside a baggie so that I can cut the end off and put it in the eggs when I'm ready. I'm not real good at that shit though. I don't make it real pretty. I try to if I can. This is real life cooking, as a nomad in my camper. So I'm getting the pan ready, and I use some avocado oil. Or you can use olive oil or coconut oil. I have all of them. I decided to use a little avocado oil. It is a little higher price, but I got a good deal on it. So heat up my oil, and then I'm going to get my breading ready. I'm not good at breading stuff, but I use panko pork rinds, which are 0 carbs. I know some people flour it first and then put the egg on it and then batter it. It was not the greatest. It was very messy, and it wasn't sticking for me. I just wasn't having a good day with the batter. But I bet I know how to do it, so I don't need anybody to say this is how you do it, because I know how to do it. I just was being a little lazy, I guess. Some days you feel like it, some days you don't. I put it in the frying pan. I fried it up. There was some batter on there, not a whole lot. And then I went and I used my little plastic baggie, cut the hole in it, and put the egg yolk mixture in the eggs. Sometimes the best tasting food is the one that doesn't look the best. Okay, it's not real pretty, but you could put an olive on there if you wanted to make it look better. But you know what? It actually did taste pretty good. So if I would have breaded it properly, it might have been really great tasting. I'll try this again when I'm a little bit more patient and not so hungry. I was hungry. I just wanted to get it done. Get her done. Yum. Bon appetit. Forget about it. Friday. Yum, yum. Thank you for watching.